Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Platter Review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I mean, this could be good, right? Like, it's got to be at least okay. Let's find out together. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that's definitely the case, although I do have to admit, I was keeping an eye out for this particular item. A friend of mine named Roger had gone over there and posted up a picture last week sometime, with this particular item, and I was like flabbergasted because like I had no idea. And usually I try to keep a bridge to this stuff, both for review purposes and just for my own personal consumption. But I'd somehow missed this one, and when I saw it, I was kind of like, okay, and finally managed to go over there and find it. Did a little supply shopping after work today, and all right. So what is it? And I imagine it has to be at least somewhat good, because, folks, it happens to be, boom, from Coca-Cola. It is their new flavor, Holiday Creamy Vanilla Coke. Okay. So, yeah, the holidays are, effectively upon us. It's going to be Thanksgiving next week at the time I'm doing this. Then we got, obviously Christmas and New Year's and all that to look forward to. Holiday Creamy Vanilla. But here's the thing, right? Sometimes companies go over there and they get a little bit, a little creative, where they decide to go over there and basically rebrand a product for the holidays without really doing much, actual work or putting in much effort. I just, in fact, posted my my review of the festive pot pie from KFC. You can go watch that review if you're interested. And yeah, it was just a fucking pot pie for KFC. They just put festive in front of it. So the question had to be asked, all right, this is the holiday creamy version. How does it compare against, boom, just normal fucking vanilla Coke? All right, so let's get a thing for the thing here, folks. We're going to do this, and we're going to go, ha 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 ha. All right. And let's give it a go. Let's try out the holiday version first, and, we'll see from there how it goes. I do like vanilla Coke. I'm a big fan. I remember when it first came out. That's how old I am. I was in high school at the time. It was all the rage. That smells like vanilla Coke. And it tastes like vanilla Coke also. Which, I mean, okay, fair dues, like, it's obviously still working within that realm. But I don't know that I'm really getting much in the way of any real significant difference. Because, obviously, I'm going to compare it directly against, the normal vanilla Coke in a second. But here's the thing. Fundamentally, if there is a distinct enough difference for it to be a new flavor, it should be evident regardless of whether or not you have the older version of the flavor right next to it. Right now, I don't know that that's the case, but let's go in for another sip. That, to me, tastes pretty much like normal vanilla Coke. It's nice. If you like vanilla Coke, you'll definitely enjoy this. It's a very sweet drink, obviously. It's a cola, plus you got the vanilla flavors. I've always personally loved the contrast that you get from it, but also the way that it blends. Like it's, the vanilla and the cola don't distinctly complement one another, but at the same time, they also don't go over there and fight each other. It's interesting. They kind of, have a little bit of a double-edged sword kind of deal with the way that the flavors come together. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I've liked vanilla Coke literally since it came out. This tastes good. Is it particularly creamy or vanilla-y comparatively? Let's find out together. Because at first taste, no. It's just, if somebody handed that to me, it's recognizably vanilla Coke, but if nobody told me what it was, I would just assume normal vanilla Coke. But let's try it against the OG. I guess this is the non-holiday version. Let's find out if it's just a namesake thing. Interesting. There's less of a scent. So there is a difference. But it's really interesting because I'm kind of wondering how devious Coca-Cola may have gone. Because if you look into their history, they've been plenty devious throughout their many, many years of running things, right? Because the holiday version tastes like what my brain remembers vanilla Coke tasting like. And to be fair, I don't drink it that regularly, but, I have at least a few a year, I'm sure. This tastes like a much more subdued version of it. And part of me is genuinely wondering if maybe they went over there, maybe they knew they were going to be releasing this one, so maybe they went over there and dialed back the OG stuff so that when they brought out the holiday stuff, people would be like, oh yeah, no, there's a marked difference. Because the big difference is the level of vanilla. The holiday version has a more pronounced vanilla flavor, whereas this, the vanilla is more directly incorporated into the cola. It's more cola forward. So, but at the same time, and maybe this is just me getting older, right? My taste buds are dying because, I'm dying because I'm getting older. This doesn't taste as, good or as vibrant as I typically think of vanilla Coke tasting. Now, maybe that is just because I'm right next to it, or maybe it is because maybe they've dialed back the vanilla flavor over the years. They do tinker with the recipes over time. That's a thing they do for sure. Famously, you had the whole new Coke debacle. The question is, are they devious enough to go over there and do it to an active product without telling anybody? Because, yeah, that is a significant difference, but not in the way that I was expecting. It just, I'm less thrown off by the holiday version in being a new flavor, and more so thrown off by the original vanilla Coke in not tasting as good as I remember it. Intriguing. And I'm not like a conspiracy theory guy, I typically just kind of roll with the punches, but this to me tastes like classic vanilla Coke, as I remember it. Perhaps my memory has again, been ravaged by my many years on this planet, but okay. Well, 3 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Which do I prefer? Yes, and the holiday version, but because it tastes more like what my brain remembers the original one tasting like. And I'll see, again, I don't know, man. Maybe I stumbled onto something here, because it really does. This tastes and even smells exactly like I remember vanilla Coke tasting and smelling like. Whereas with the classic stuff, even the scent wasn't there. So I really do wonder if they've just toned it down over the years and they've gone over there and brought this back up to kind of maybe where it was. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I do like it because I like the taste of classic vanilla Coke, and this is what classic vanilla Coke tastes like to me. I wouldn't say it's particularly creamy, but it certainly has a more pronounced vanilla flavor, and I do like that. Now my head is in a whole weird rabbit hole. It's just going down all kinds of paths. Give me a podcast. I'm just fucking, what that jackass Tucker Carlson, right? That guy's fucking done. I could go over there and spew hateful bullshit. I wouldn't because I'm a decent person, but, you know. Oh, if there's a hell, that guy's going there so hard. And Rush Limbaugh will be there waiting for him. Anyway, sorry, I kind of went on a tangent there. If I'm recommending it, yes, if you like vanilla Coke. Like, if you have felt that classic vanilla Coke has been lacking in recent years, I didn't realize it was, but now that I'm faced with it, yeah, it tastes, more vanilla-y, and I like it the way it works better because it ties in better with my memory of that flavor, and I do think that I'm not going to be alone in that. If you're younger, maybe you don't have those memories of that classic vanilla Coke flavor so ingrained. I mean, you may like it or you not. It is a very sweet cola drink, but if you've ever tasted this vanilla Coke and thought this would be better with more vanilla, well, that's what it is. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly all kinds of weird conspiracy, inside jobs, JFK, and the Lindbergh baby. Fantastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. Don't be a massive tool like Charles Lindbergh was. Yeah, the flight and the things and the stuff and the, historical significance. But he was definitely kind of like, don't get me wrong, it didn't, justify what happened to his kid. That was horrible. But the guy was like a devoted freaking eugenist and shit like that. Like, he was he had his accomplishments and shit like that. By the way, eugenics, to anybody who might be, congratulations on fundamentally misunderstanding, just the difference in a living species and like why having, increased diversity is a good thing versus trying to go over there and boil it down to one narrow path. Congrats on that. Anyway, bye.